Man, yay, yay, yay. Hi, Mayat. Thank you very much for joining us. Wow, fantastic. Please have a seat. All right. You know, one of the reasons why I was really excited to know that Mayet can join us for this show is the fact that there are so many kids of OFWs now that are going through a lot of problems, a lot of emotional problems because their parents, their mom is not there for them, okay? And a lot of them never experienced what having a mother. So we said, thank God for people like Mayet. I hope there'll be a lot more people like Mayet who can help bring up these kids. Mayet, salamat.
You're welcome.
Maybe you can start by telling us, how did you get to parent the kids of your brother, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, my sister-in-law applied for a job. She's a nurse.
All right.
Applied for a job in the Middle East
Okay.
and Sultanate of Oman. And she was the first batch of nurses that were invited to work as contract worker in Oman. And the kids, there were 3 of them, then a boy and 2 girls. They were starting to go to school. So my brother, since his wife is going abroad, so it fit to bring the kids to live with us.
All right.
So actually, I was with my sister and my parents, and he brought the kids with us. So they stayed with us.
So you said you were with your sisters.
I have only one sister.
One sister, okay.
Yeah.
And
My parents were with us.
but you were the one who took care of them. Why you?
I am the elder, so
Ah,
and I was the
okay.
breadwinner in the family, so
Okay, so
I had to make the decision.
you had to.
Yeah.
Did you said you had to, or I volunteered?
Well, I don't have other nieces. He is the only brother who had kids.
Okay.
And my eldest brother is a priest. I
Okay.
come next, and then here is the children of my younger brother, and a sister was also single. So it was just, we were very happy to have kids at home.
Right. You were telling me a while ago that the first child was born during the martial law.
Yeah.
And how did it? I mean, and how did you?
Actually, both husband and wife were in hiding then because they went underground. So I didn't know that they're going to have a kid. So during those times, I was working in Makati. I just received small notes from couriers, I don't know. So they just step in and give me notes. And one of these notes says, you go to this apartment and somebody's going to see you. So when I went there, I saw a kid, a bubbly, so healthy kid. And the lady in the apartment said, this is your nephew. He is your brother's son. So I saw him. I was really happy to see him. Yeah, my first nephew, pamangkin in Tagalog, no? So from then on, they transfer from one house to another house. You know how it is in
martial
during
law.
the martial law.
Oh,
Yeah.
how exciting! I mean, I'm sure you were
So
very nervous.
yes, I just when they transfer to Quezon City, and then they go to Taguig.
So
Every
that's
now-
how you
yeah.
started taking care of the
Yes,
kids.
with the
okay.
eldest.
Okay, but after martial law came other kids,
Yes.
and that's when she went to Oman.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So she worked in Oman for about 10 years. She just come to the house for a vacation.
How often did she come back?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Mayet is a professional CPA. All
Yeah.
right. She's earning pretty well. Okay. She's able to go abroad and all of that stuff. Okay. So I was telling Mayet, let's not focus too much on providing the physical needs, but rather the emotional needs. Okay, so they're not really your kids, all right?
Yeah.
So let's start with you as a parent, parenting someone who are not your kids. Okay, was it difficult? What did you have to do?
Actually, it was rather difficult because I didn't have experience. It's on-the-job experience,
Right,
actually. So I asked parents also, mothers,
Okay.
my colleagues,
Uh-huh.
co-professors. I asked them how they bring up their kids, how to treat 10-year-old, 9 years old.
That's fantastic, you know. I mean, it's typical of a CPA and teacher. You know, they would ask others. Isn't that neat? I mean, sometimes moms, sometimes they don't really ask. You know, I mean, but
Yeah.
yes, we can learn from other people. That's a very
Yes,
good idea.
We have to learn from other people because they experience these things so that you don't get the same mistakes.
All right. Okay. So you were telling me also that the kids live there. But tell me, what emotional attachment did you have? I mean, I know it's something that you cannot put you cannot hold on to. But you know, do you feel like you're really the mom?
Oh, yes, of course. Especially now, there were 4 of them. The youngest stayed with me since birth.
Since
Because,
birth?
Yeah, the youngest, she was brought to me when she was only 2 weeks old.
Okay.
That time when there was that commotion at the tarmac with Ninoy. And since then, she stayed with us up to the time that she graduated. And then two years ago, she left for the U.S. And my neighbors were telling me, why are you allowing them after all those years, Mayet, and you're single, and of course, nobody's going to be with you, you'll be staying alone. I told them, yeah, I have that feeling of, you know, also the feeling of being abandoned, but it's not abandonment. It's more of helping them spread their wings.
Right.
So I said, it's more for their own good. Now, if they feel they would want to improve themselves, they want to go abroad, then why don't you help them?
You know, my one
Because
of
most parents, they don't want their children to leave the
Correct.
abode as much as possible. They want them to be living extended families,
Right.
living with them.
That's true. You know, I mean, I failed to mention that what we're really honoring today are the good mothers. Okay, because there are mothers that are not so good. I can tell you lots of stories of mothers who are not really good. And when you mentioned that, I remember the passage of Kahil Gibran about children. The job of moms now, you're supposed to be the bow.
Yeah.
Okay, they're the arrows. You just, you know, pull that string and then let it go, and they're on their own. I mean, you just can't
Yes.
hold on to them, okay?
We cannot hold
You
on
can't
to
hold
them.
on to them,
Yeah.
okay? And the more you do that, the worse it gets, right? I mean,
You just nurture them, develop them to be good citizens of the world,
Mm-hmm,
and then let them see their own place under the sun.
well, I like that, you know, good citizens of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. You know, we don't see that too often. We don't hear that too often because I know, I mean, I've heard a lot of parents, they're really concerned about the physical, providing for their physical need, their future.
Yeah.
Okay? But to tell me that you wanted to help them become responsible citizens of the
Yes.
world, now that is something we must admire.
Well,
right?
that should be the goal of parents.
The goal of
Yeah, of parents on rearing the children.
I wonder, is it easier for you, who is not really their parents, to say that versus other parents who really their kids? I wonder, maybe not. No?
I don't know.
Maybe not,
I
okay.
don't know how the parents per se feels about it, but
Yeah.
that's, for me, that's how I should bring up the children.
Right,
Even how you should bring up your children.
Right. I think you have here with us one of your nephews.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. So can we call on our His name is Aristotle, right? What a nice name, Aristotle. Hi, Aristotle. Thank you very, very much for coming in. Please join us.